Oh man, I'm not gonna like this. I have started, I've already got everything cleaned up for the most part. Finished replacing that rim joist as you saw in the last video. Now I've started digging out the crawl space before I start, before I put the vapor barrier down and hang these new rafters. Floor joist, I don't know why I keep saying rafters or stud. I keep putting those threes interchanging, but what I'm doing is basically I'm just digging down about a shovel blade height all the way around the room. Like I said, I'm gonna leave a good foot, 2 foot between the footers here and where I dig out, so as not to compromise that structural integrity of that load bearing pylon. And yeah, just keep going. It ain't fun. This is some good old manual labor, but I'm getting to kill 2 birds with 1 stone with this, cause as I dig out and bring the bucket over and fill up the bucket in the tractor, taking these loads of dirt and filling all these big sagging spots, holes in the yard. I've got a pretty good divot there. Got a really big one here I've already put 1 load of dirt into. So we're just going to use this fill dirt to level out the yard. Once that's level, there's some places over by the shop that we're going to level out. So nice little, like I said, 2-for-1 deal. So I'm going to get on the tractor now and dump this bucket and put it back. So we're right at the full point. Natural gas guys just walked up in the yard out of the blue when I was working on the yard yesterday, which was Sunday, finishing up clearing out those limbs and things from where I took the tree down in the last video. There were some wisteria vines that were wrapped around between the house and the natural gas pipeline and meter, and I did not realize that. And when I grabbed a bunch of them with the shovel and started pulling back, the wisteria vines grabbed on and pulled the meter and the line and twisted it up and scared the crap out of me, because I thought maybe that the line had ruptured or sprung a leak. So I went and grabbed my giant adjustable wrench real quick and cut the main feed off to the gas. And lo and behold, next day here they come checking for leaks sporadically. I said, uh-oh, what have I done? They know. And absolutely not. They took the sniffer and everything checked out perfect. But I had them go ahead and put a lock on it since I already had it shut off, because I'm not going to use natural gas for anything anyway. I've been paying for the service for near a decade, and I don't think I've used a bit of it. The only thing that runs on natural gas in this house is the combo HVAC for the furnace, and I haven't run it, so paying for a service I don't use. I'm not going to need it when I put the mini split system in, because it's all electric. So yeah, I told them just go ahead and cut it off and be done with it. I think I get back like a $200 security deposit or something. I can't remember what it was. It was so long ago I put it down, but hey, nice little bonus. Hopefully they remember to send it back to me. But yeah, let's get this dirt dropped in the hole. Okay, so I forgot to restart the time lapse after I took that load of dirt off in the tractor. But this is the progress I've made so far. As you can see, I've gotten underneath the dining room some. Probably at the end of being able to reach with the shovel with the rim joist here, I'll probably start cutting across here and then cut in between those two pylons there and cut back. The crawl space is actually more spacious as you get away from the front of the house and the living room. As you can see all the way back to that little bit of glowing light, that's the main entrance to the crawl space. There's much more room back that way. So I think as long as I dig out this living room and probably into the master bedroom when I get back there and have to do this all over again with ripping out the floors because it's got the same rot. I think that'll be about all I have to do, because when they redid the bathroom, I don't know if you can see that little speck of light there, they actually cut a hole and made another entryway right under the bathroom so they could replace the rot in there, because that floor started sagging in the late 90s, early 2000s, and it was completely redone. And I just looked under there one of my first videos and saw that it was pretty much great. All I need to do under there is replace the plumbing, which is original. I don't think they replaced any of the plumbing when they were replacing the floor in the bathroom. So like I said, I'm probably just going to get a little bit further deeper here, and then I'll start going across the room here and then in between those two pylons there, and then we'll start putting joist up finally. Back it up, put plastic down, then start putting joist up. So I'm just going to do a little more digging off camera, and I will come back when I've got some progress to show. We're back. I've taken out, gosh, I lost count, I think 8 or 9 bucket loads with the front end loader on the tractor, and about got this hole filled in and graded and flattened. This one over here is going to take probably 3 or 4 more bucketfuls, but we haven't finished digging out the hole of the living room yet, so we shouldn't be lacking for materials. We've also got a hole here that needs to be filled, a low spot, so we get on that. But finally got all the digging done that I need to do at the moment. Gotten that access to that corner of the dining room. I've got that going between the dining room and the kitchen. That headed over towards the old furnace and behind the fireplace. And everything is, I don't know, about a foot or so deep. Made sure to leave plenty of room between the footers and where I dug out, so it wasn't gonna cause any kind of shift or sliding or crumbling of the soil. So now that that's all done, I can start putting down my vapor barrier plastic. And as I'm just gonna do this in sections, I'm not gonna dig this whole thing out today, guys. So we'll put in these 3 or 4 joists and then dig out this section, put the vapor barrier down, hang 3 or 4 more joists, and work our way back up to here. But that's it for today. It is right at 5 o'clock. I might start putting down some plastic and come back in and show you that. Not sure. Sorry for the lack of content of the digging, but I didn't think y'all wanted to just stare at me digging for ever and ever, because I think I started about 11 and it's, like I said, 5 o'clock, so a lot of digging. My back's sore. Everything's sore. It's gonna be worse tomorrow, I'm sure. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try to start in on the plastic. If I do, I will bring you back to see that, and if not, I'll just show you the progress I made before I pack up for the day. All right, first piece is down. I know it's far from a perfect job. This is my first time doing this, so go easy on me. This is still, no matter what, gonna give us far more protection from the water content of this red clay soil evaporating and getting stuck in the flooring, insulation, the joists, and everything else, and underfloor, subfloor, and all the issues we had before. So, step in the right direction either way. Not the cleanest install, but I'm gonna clean up the edges a little bit and work it a little bit better than just roughly put it in here. But that's the gist of it. What I'm gonna do: 6mm black plastic all the way around, and the crawl space. One, make it a lot easier for me to get in and out of this crawl space. I won't have to be on the mucky, muddy red clay soil dragging myself along. I'll be on the plastic with minimal dirt and cobwebs, I'm sure, after years of accumulation, and just make it a much nicer environment underneath this house. So this will probably be it for the day. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pack it in. Like I said, all that digging really whooped me. I would like to go ahead and string the joist up, but I just don't know if I got it in me. So it snowed this morning. The last 2 days it's been in the 60s, near 70. Spring in full effect. Was actually getting ready to hook the bush hog up and bush hog the pastures. And get up this morning at about 9 o'clock. Backtrack, it started raining about 5 o'clock this morning or so. And got up about 6:50, and right about 9 o'clock the rain switched over to big fluffy snowflakes. So yeah, good old bipolar South Carolina weather. Well, time to get some work done, or at least try to, freezing my butt off. Alrighty, so aside from the snow and all the rain, we've got some disaster on our hand. I've got a big puddle here, lots of water coming up through, and a little pond over there. Beginning to think that due to the rot here, and this low spot here, and the fact that the joist here, rim joist here, was so rotted that it just crumbled, and the fact that the backer on the backside between the brickwork and the house was gone, and this vent right here, if you look, this vent is actually below ground level. There's a bunch of shrubbery that's been at the front of the house for years. I'm going to take it out, and I believe that all the leaves that the holly bush out there has dropped over the years, and just pine needles and things for when there were pines around the house, it brought the ground level up to where it was above where the vent is, so when it rains, water naturally spills in, and that's why the water, all this was rotted here. That's why there's this puddle over here. All this water is naturally running in. This house has barely any overhang on the roof. It has no gutters. That's also a detriment to this water issue. When it rains, water is going basically straight down the front of the house. It's collecting there, and then it's coming through the foundation and through the ground into the house, into the crawl space, and then when that evaporates, that was getting into everything else, along with the deal with the front seal, which we can see here with the rain that it is still coming in here. We're gonna have to address that, or this repair will be in vain. The whole thing, I think, will fix this, and what my plans are is to put a covered front porch on the front of this house and dig out an irrigation ditch, drainage ditch, with plastic, what do you call that stuff? Not conduit. The tubing, the crinkled tubing, and basically run an irrigation drainage ditch around the front of the house and out the sides either way. Should alleviate any of this water ingress I'm getting in the crawl space and under the house from here out. But yeah. With that said, I do have the first 2 floor joists in over here. I've not been recording me do it because there's a lot of cussing and screaming and not great to watch video. These joists are right about 14 foot, and me trying to get them in by myself is not fun. Even if the hangers fall off, they don't want to stick. Then you got to nail them up halfway. Then you got to adjust everything. Then you got to square up your joist and level everything, and running back and forth is just want to pull my hair out. So probably going to do most of that off camera for that reason. And let's see, I think it's like 1 o'clock now. It's been snowing and raining all day, basically. It is freaking cold. It is miserable. My feet are wet. I'm probably going to hang this last joist here and call it a day. I got a lot of videos to edit for my Mr. Subaru channel and for this channel. So that's probably going to be the plan of attack. Hopefully it'll dry out tomorrow. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the weather. I think we're supposed to get more rain Friday, which is not going to be great. So not sure. And I got a lake in the front yard too where I filled in those holes. They're already starting to wash out.
Front door.
As you can see, I got a big muddy mess there and there. So just too much fun to deal with right now. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut and hang this joist here. Just oh no, I got 2 more before I've got to go across the slots by the fireplace for the doubled up joist. But yeah, probably just gonna hang 1 more and call it done. So alrighty, so it's about 2:15 now. I've gotten the 3rd joist hung on this side of the living room. I have more joists I can hang, but I'm out of joist hangers. So, good stopping point. Like I said, I got a pond going on under here where all that was nice and beautiful yesterday. And got a sinkhole here I've been bailing out with my bucket out the front door. Have to address this soon. I'm probably going to have to address something to do along the front here before, because it's going to be a while before I can put that covered front porch on the house. I don't want this under the living room and in the crawl space in the meantime. So got to figure that out. One thing I need to do is the 2 holly bushes I cut them way short last summer, I think, but I need to hook a tractor to them and uproot them, pull them out. And I would assume if I dig down a hair along the front here just to get the ground level below the crawl space vent here, that would help alleviate some of the issue. But it's probably going to take putting some of that the black plastic tubing I can't recall the name of. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. Whatever. Need to run that and some gravel and yada yada water mitigation. Still not the right word. I need to deal with it. Whatever. Anyway, so that's where we're at. Got some batteries charging. Sorry for the whirring noise. So, like I said, I'm gonna pack it up, go to the house, dry my feet out. Actually, I'm gonna stop at Home Depot first because I need 14 joist hangers. I'm just about out of 16 penny nails, so I need some more 3.5 inch galvanized 16 pennies, because I'm going for a ton on these joist hangers. Each joist hanger takes 8, 9, 10, 12 nails, so that's 24 per joist. So I doubt I'm gonna have enough to finish. I might hang on just to see exactly. I hate to buy another 10 pounds and only need 5, or buy 5 and only need 1 pound. So might hold off on that. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and get the 14 joist hangers because I need those. I've only got 3 2x10s left, so I'm gonna have to get the trailer hooked up to the truck and go to Home Depot, and I'm gonna need, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 3 here, but one of them's no good because I was cutting and had my blade depth too low and nicked this one pretty good, so I'm gonna use this one for blocking between the joist, since I screwed it up being a dummy and not paying attention to what I was doing. Good thing it was a board and not my finger or part of me. So that means I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more 2x10x16s. So probably gonna actually need more than that because I got a lot of blocking to do between these joists. So I have to check the cost, but it'd probably be cheaper to buy a 16-footer than a couple 10-footers to cut up. I don't know exactly how much I'm gonna need anyway, but anyway, I'm rambling on. We will wrap this up here. With that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.